On this episode of Never Lost Backroad Adventures, we answer an age-old question. Tim loses it, and I take a bridge to nowhere.
Got to keep your windows clean.
So come on with us as we explore Crazy Woman Canyon.
So you should carry like a roll of paper towels and maybe some Windex if you're going to put a camera in the
I say just reach out and wipe it as you're going.
Wipe it as you're going. Makes a whole lot of sense, especially on an interstate like this. So we're heading to, you've heard of Crazy Woman Creek, Crazy Woman stores, Crazy Woman restaurants,
Campground, everything's crazy.
Everything's Crazy Woman out here. So we're going to Crazy Woman Canyon.
The man does not know how to use a squeegee.
But first we got to get the window clean.
God, Glenn. Top to bottom, one side to the other.
There was more stuff up top there. I had to go back
He's got
up.
his camera following the squeegee. That ought to be a good shot.
See, that is a good shot. That's cool.
Oh yeah, now he's got that squeegee motion down.
Talk dirty to me.
You'll make a great homeless man, Glenn.
So, okay, as we're heading out there, though, we're going to make a stop at this reservoir, which is called what again?
Tyhack Reservoir.
Tyhack Reservoir. And while we were heading out that way, I thought this was an accident. Oh, no, it's not that at all.
No, it's a cattle drive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Old-fashioned cattle drive right up through the Bighorn Mountains. All right, so right when you see the cattle drive on the right, start paying attention to your left-hand side.
Unless the cattle drive isn't there, then you got to pay attention anyway.
Highway 22, make a left-hand turn down that county road. There's camping off on the right-hand side, and you can hike on down to the reservoir, or you can do what we just did, and that's just drive right down to the reservoir, and there's a little beach.
And you're going to put directions in the links, right?
Yes, right at the bottom of there. There's a little beachhead right up in there. And
Beautiful lake.
Beautiful. I think he was trying to kill her. I think he's trying to murder her.
And he's trying to get away.
Yeah. That's right around the corner. I thought that was going to be like a long walk to the reservoir.
I looked at that, and the first thing I said was, damn.
Oh, God. So I decided there's a trail that goes all the way down to the bottom of the dam. So I decided, while you were doing time-lapse photography...
You went one way, and I went the other.
Exactly. So that is, the hike down is actually pretty easy. The hike back up...
It's always harder going up.
Don't do it while smoking a cigar. Just saying. You would think they'd make electricity out of this or something like that. Now here's what got me. The dam is leaking off to the side here.
Good thing I didn't see that. That's the side I was on.
Is that right? And somebody wrote a name on the top of a roof down there. But
Hayden.
this is fun to walk across because you can look right through to the bottom and see the...
If you're afraid of heights, look up when you go across.
Yeah, actually it did kind of get me the first time I did it.
It's a long way down.
Yeah.
And that's a long way down, too.
This is the only moment that Tim decided
I got some great shots of you on the other side.
Right.
Looking back.
So again, you went to one side, I went to the other side.
Right. I went to the leaky side.
Right.
Beautiful on the leaky side.
There's some peaceful places out there. I like to see, I want to know if they have a trail that goes all the way around.
I want to kayak all the way around that lake.
That's me on the other side. By the way, that other hillside, bring like a picnic up there. And there's Tim. Tim.
When a man's hiking, get out of the way.
So yeah, there's a beach.
Lots
Bring
of
your boat
kayaks
out
and
there.
boats out there. Stand-up paddle boards. And then this little guy.
Not pulling his weight in the
No.
family. No. This was one of the prettiest sights, I thought, the end of that road right there. Okay, so we're going to stop and do the turnoff. This is supposed to be County Road 33, which is Crazy Woman Creek, which takes you down.
But of course, you took us down the wrong road.
No, wrong road.
Which is never the wrong road, but in this case, it was the wrong road.
We're lost. It's raining, and Glenn's smoking a cigar. Hit it.
Barely started up this road, and we see this.
Oh. That was the biggest moose I've ever seen. Actually, it was the only moose I've ever seen.
I've never been that close to a moose in the wild.
Well, there's that one
right
boy
on
we
the
dated
side
in
of the
high
road,
school.
yeah. But this, to sit there and just watch the beauty of nature as he doesn't have a care in the world.
He didn't care about us. He cared more about the people in front of us down the road.
Rarely do you see that kind of...
And this answers the question about the moose because we all know about the bear.
I try to get closer than that in the close-up.
Forever 13, Glenn.
Yeah. Okay. So now we continued on around that, which is a 3.5 mile loop, which was worth every yard.
It was a wrong turn that turned into something nice.
33.
We're off to see the crazy woman. And away we roll.
Which is a rough road.
It's all gravel road from the turnoff all the way through the canyon.
It's a one lane, because if they tell you upward traffic has the right of way.
Yeah, there's turnouts, but yeah, it's mostly one lane.
We pulled over here because I heard water, and I thought there's got to be like a waterfall or something in there.
You start hearing the water right away. You're following the creek all the way down. Beautiful spots all along the creek.
I don't think there's a place you could pull over that's a bad spot in this whole thing, but we spent quite a bit of time right here. That's a campground too.
Yeah.
There were tents right up above us.
It's that campground and outfitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now, because there's 4th of July weekend, there's a lot of tents there.
Oh, that place, yeah, they were packed.
I would bet most of the time, no, there's not that many people out there. I love bridges.
Little one-lane bridges.
They're all over the place down there because the river goes from one side to the other, from one side to the other. So, yeah, I love stopping it. And you found Rocky to go with your Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle and now Rocky.
Yeah, I love the stonework under those bridges. It's one of my favorite things about a bridge. On the way down, you start getting it. Oops, wait. Mayberry.
The Andy Griffith Show, starring Andy Griffith.
No, we stopped, and I yelled.
Ronnie
I said
Howard.
to him out the window that you made me think of Mayberry, and he got it. He understood. This is where you start getting into the rocks of the canyon. It's not just trees.
It's a little tight back here.
It gets really tight. In fact, there's rocks on both sides right up against the road. Lots of traffic because it's the 4th of July weekend. A lot of people yell at those who shoot signs full of holes. But it gets really windy, and you got to perforate these things. I mean, Wyoming is one of the windiest states that there is. And if you don't perforate your signs, well, then they could blow away. I think another thing that you got to remember to do is every so often turn around and look in different directions. I was paying so much attention to the water down below and everything around the water, like those flowers I just showed you. And then all of a sudden I turned and looked up. Turn around, look up, every possible different direction. I almost missed. It's like looking at a castle. Just like there's nowhere you could stop, that's a bad stop. There's nowhere you can look.
No.
Everything that I looked at was...
Just keep looking around.
Wanted to take pictures of. More of those bridges I love. This was a beautiful spot. The rock hangs way out over top. We just found, I believe, Timtopia. Tim doesn't want to leave, he just said. Frankly, I don't blame him. We have all sorts of chargers here in the vehicle because we're constantly charging our batteries as we do this and running out of those batteries. Sometimes, even though this camera's blinking red, I have to stop because it's just too good to pass up. You see the cave up there? Let's see if I can zoom in on the cave. Look at that. Wonder who lives up there. I kept calling that the bow of the ship. That's
like
amazing.
The cave from Land of the Lost.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. See all the tar coming down on the sides there?
Whoever stained it.
Yeah. That constant sound of rushing water the whole way.
Couldn't get away from it. Hey, Glenn, I don't think you should
I
tell
love
it,
bridges.
man.
Yeah, I know. I saw that
Dude, you
episode of
scared
Star
me to
Trek.
death here. I'll just let you watch this.
the bridge that Captain Kirk died on.
I know, I saw the movie.
It doesn't go anywhere.
I know.
It ends right
It's
there.
the bridge to nowhere.
Oh my God.
It was built by Sarah Palin.
Why in the world would you have this bridge that goes to absolutely nothing?
So you can go across it. Dude, look at the board in front of you. Okay, Glenn is, as you can see, taking his life into his own hands. Oh, okay, I see the ladder. Hey, Donna, can I have Bold Republic after this?
And since it didn't go anywhere, you just came right back up.
No, I just went down to the creek and came right back up that side ladder. I think it's a utility ladder for some water system somebody has up there. This got real tight. The canyon was really tight in here. So when you find ancient caves with Indian writings on them, it's always fun to think back with people who used to live in places like this. Like, for example, Bobby and Tina. Yeah, I wonder how many thousands of years ago that was written here. A couple thousand years from now, someone's going to see this, and they're going to try to decipher all of this writing. What kind of human beings lived here way back when?
Oh my God, human remains of a campfire.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ha! Captain Coincidence strikes again! I did not deface Mother Nature.
There you go. He did take out the dirty word underneath. He airbrushed it out.
Somebody painted something dirty under my name.
Airbrushed. You can't even tell. It looks good. Tim and I have been wondering, see all the black ooze? So what, somebody strike oil up here? Yeah, what is all that black stuff oozing out? Oil? Tar? I wasn't sure.
Some petro something or other.
Something is leaking out of there, yeah. Now, this is a gentleman who died at age 42, and his buddies were on a biker trip to Sturgis, and they decided to take his ashes up to this spot and sprinkle them there and put a little plaque.
Yeah, this was his favorite spot.
Right, and you noticed that had been there for quite a while.
Oh, since 1996,
and
I think it was.
Nobody had touched the plaque the entire time.
Nope.
So it's, I think, one of the, like you can pick a good one, one of the prettiest spots out there because the overhang, the water flowing there. So
James is in peace.
Yeah, right. Flowed down the river right there. What a beautiful spot that was.
Nice spot for a slow-mo.
Here's where we get to the end, and once again,
this will work.
I don't know.
That's perfect. Look right there.
The vistas are everywhere.
Back down. Oh my God! Look at that.
This is just the ugliest piece of land in America. That's what it is. Okay, that's good. And look, it's private property. That's somebody's man.
Wow.
Would you own that?
Yeah.
so like I said, always turn around, always look up. We pull out of the canyon, and first off, we see this. This is private property. Somebody owns all of this. But what I mean by turn around is, when we turned around to look back at the canyon.
Amazing.
And those are not thick rocks sticking out. They're thin.
Yeah.
They're very thin.
Little blades standing up.
To go from that and turn around and see a high plain that drops off
A rugged,
about 1,000 feet.
flat plain within a few degrees of your eye.
Now here's where I noticed one of Tim's favorite things, a bird on a post that we can stop and let him take a picture of. So I stopped.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, he left.
Why? Do you all animals have that sense? That's the shot, and you fly away, you feather.
They
always fly away. As soon as I get them in focus, they're gone.
Yeah, you know, and I'm sorry you have to put up with shit like that.
Yep.
But, you know.
You're not going to beep that out?
No.
Why do you beep it out when I say but when you say
When I say shit? Because it's dirty when you say shit.
What's wrong with my
No, it's dirty when you say shit.
When the moose
But
took a you beeped it.
But the moose was, that's what the moose was doing. It wasn't you just talking about shit.
I don't give a
Damn.
Remember,
Pick a direction.
take a side road.
And no matter where you end up,
You're never lost.